3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And the Bills hit 3-0 here in the month of September. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
From midfield, here's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Moss. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
On the return, it's Rodgers. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession.
Ready, set.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Taylor. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Huntley to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Allen going to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills are able to move back in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
Here's Huntley. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Got a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Bass is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kwity Paye able to drop him for a loss of a couple. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Half 85, half 85.
To the air, Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. Dawson Knox in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Huntley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there. And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits? His running back. You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play. Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field. Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kwity Paye able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive. To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to...
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, Huntley. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts get a bit closer. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Huntley sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. Huntley. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Mustang 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this one is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't. Because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Here's Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw from his end zone. Huntley, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Okay, break.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Kwity Paye able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 4th down, Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Waste of time.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into